Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight at 7. I'm Shayna Humphreys. Tonight we are talking financial literacy. A new report finds Gen Xers have not saved nearly enough to retire by age 65. Gen Xers are now in their 40s and 50s and account for about 1/5 of the U.S. population. According to a report from the National Institute on Retirement Security, Gen X's median amount saved for retirement is only $40,000. Older Gen X adults are more likely to have pension income to supplement their savings and Social Security benefits, but it's still less than 15%. Financial planning experts say there is still time for those in that age group to make up for lost time and lost savings. But a number will have to face the prospect of working for longer and retiring around age 70 instead. To combat this trend, some are turning their attention to teenagers now. The folks at Comerica Bank believe that if high schoolers receive better financial literacy training, they'll be better off than previous generations. So joining me tonight to tell us more about this initiative is Comerica Bank Vice President Kevin Watkins. Kevin, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So this is a huge topic, and it's really not just about teens, right? It's about younger people, younger kids, and especially their parents understanding financial literacy, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So really what we do is we go out and we conduct financial literacy sessions to youth from the age of kindergarten all the way up through high school, and really even adults and senior citizens as well. So really some of the main concepts are going to be understanding the difference between needs and wants. So a child that understands the difference between needs and wants, they're really going to be able to grow into adults that are going to make better financial decisions and be able to budget and save and not fall into that trap of what you were just talking about of individuals that have not enough money saved for retirement.
Sure. How do you go from teaching kids about needs versus wants to maybe high schoolers, older teens who are about ready to maybe sign for some college loans or take a bigger step into the real financial world?
So really when we talk about needs versus wants, that's really going to be able to catapult us into the concept of budgeting. So as youth save or as youth earn money, then they're going to have a certain dollar amount or a certain percentage assigned as to how much they're going to spend and how much they're going to save. So if they're able to understand that concept, then they're going to be able to save for big ticket items such as a car or purchasing books for college or a vacation or some sort of experience like that.
Where do you think people are typically getting their financial education from? Is it that class you took in high school, or is it from your parents?
I believe a lot of it is earned from our parents. That's really where it's learned from. If a parent has a good financial management skills, they're going to pass that along to their youth. I think a lot of people nowadays, they're turning to social media or they're turning to YouTube, different places like that. But at Comerica, definitely come inside the banking center and talk to one of our financial experts, our personal bankers, our banking center managers, and we have the expertise to help you.
Do you find that young people or parents of young people are ready to have that conversation? Or is it usually once we're later in life, we're looking at that retirement savings that people start to get really concerned? Maybe I should look into this.
I think some are, but not enough. That's really the issue. As you stated, too many adults, they're not ready to take that next step into retirement. So they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the information to pass it along to their children. So really we have to also educate the adults as well so they can pass that information along.
What do you think when you hear these statistics, like the median amount saved in Gen X for retirement is 40,000? I mean, I'm thinking about our life expectancy is pretty long these days. That doesn't go very far away for very long.
Very true. It's not enough. And unfortunately, too many of us are making poor financial decisions. Of course, we have inflation to worry about. Groceries are more expensive. Just living in general is more expensive to gas up our cars. But we really just need to take a look at what we're spending our money on. So we really need to focus on our needs versus our wants. So we're not spending inordinate amount of money on like handbags or shoes or just things that really provide no value at all. We should focus more on assets and taking care of our actual needs.
What do you think are some of the biggest mistakes? With those teenage years, you're first starting out as a professional, maybe in your early 20s, what are on average, the biggest mistakes?
I think a lot of individuals, they're really not taking a look at their credit and their credit score. So when you go to open up a credit card or start a car loan or something like that, individuals are taking out car loans for longer terms, and they're getting very high interest rates. And then they're purchasing more car than they really can afford. So I think individuals really need to take a look at what they're spending their money on and focus on really what's the main point of this. If it's just basic transportation, you don't need a $100,000 vehicle and you're 20 years old, so just try to have better financial management skills in that regard.
How do you avoid some of the, I don't want to say misinformation, but misleading information? When you're getting ready to sign for, maybe it's a student loan at a certain school, or sign
Right.
for that $100,000 vehicle. There's some loan officer who's going to try to convince you this is a good idea. How do you tune all of that out?
I think a lot of people just need to do their own independent research. So really whatever we see, whether it's on social media or whether it's on television, we have to do our own research, really talk to trusted friends, family members, advisors. Also come into the bank, talk to us. We'll share that correct financial information with individuals. So just come to the experts and try to get the best information that you can.
Do you have any tips for someone who maybe is in Gen X, maybe is one of those folks who's realizing they may not have enough to retire at that stage in the game? What would be your best advice?
I would really say reassess where you are and see how much you are saving right now. If you actually have, if you work at a job and you receive a 401k or a 403b or something along those lines, and there's a match to be made, or that your company will match you whatever dollar amount that you put in up to a certain percentage of your salary, take advantage of that, because that's free money that you're really not setting aside. So I really recommend that individuals take a look at programs where they're maybe missing out on free money. If your particular company doesn't offer that, then look into starting up either a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA that's going to help you prepare for retirement, and really just talk to a trusted financial advisor. At Comerica, our wealth management division, we have a number of different financial planners that can assist with that situation.
All right. And finally, if people want to learn more about training their kids, financial literacy, where can they go?
Yes. So if you go to Comerica.com and then you go to personal finance, and at the very bottom there's a tab that says Insights. You'll go to the personal finance tab that says that, and it's going to have a lot of financial education right there for you.
All right. Well, we appreciate your
Yes.
insight. This is Comerica Bank Vice President Kevin Watkins. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.